Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. Sorry, I didn't want to record on the weekend. I didn't want to record on the weekend. I was, I don't know, I'm gonna be real with you, I slept through the weekend. I really did. Like, I would wake up. Oh, you know we gotta do a Toshiaki run, we just unlocked Homie. I woke up on Saturday and I was like, nah, and then I went back to bed. And then, you know, I woke up on Sunday and then I was like, nah. And then I went back to bed, and then I was like, oh wait, we have not a raid thing, but we have like a raid group activity because we're done with raiding for the week. And then after that, I was like, I'm going to bed. And then I woke up on Monday, and I wish I could say, nah, and then go back to bed, but unfortunately, Garfield enjoyers out there, you know, Monday's Monday, right? But yeah, so we're here, and, I don't know, I want to go back to bed. I'm eepy, dude. I've just been enjoying, like, sleeping as much as possible in my free time, which is probably not what you want to do. You know, there's a beautiful world out there, but, I don't know, we were having really good weather for, like, the week, and then the weekend was just, like, Arctic, cold, miserable. And it's still Arctic, and it's still cold, and it's still miserable, so, I don't know. We almost had good weather, and then it was taken away from us. Yes, that's right, it was! Hello, doggy! Hi! So, I think what we're gonna do... We gotta do medical history, hunted by the cult, 7 curse, ill-fated, or knight errant. Have we done a knight errant? I mean, sure, let's do it. If anybody was gonna do a knight errant run, Toshiaki's probably the one to do it, right? Well, we haven't done an Athiolazap in a while, have we? Like a real run? Like, endless mode doesn't count. Let's be real here. I will say, though, the only thing that I did yesterday that was content creation was I did have to render a Bizarre episode. Because it used to be that I recorded all the Bizarre episodes and then rendered them the next day, but now it's like, I have like 8 Bizarre episodes that haven't been rendered yet, and so they're just sitting in some folders, and so I did have to go out of my way, stay up just a little bit longer, just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure that we lock it in, chat, that we lock it in. I don't know why I'm looking at the mansion in the village like there are actual places to go there, you know? But, we still don't have the freaking monument. We're gaming without the monument here, you hate to see it. Do I want to roll it again? Yeah, sure, why not? Expel evil, huh? Did we do the thing with the Carpenter Hammer and Expel Evil yet? I mean, we're not doing it on this episode. Unless we get some really crazy RNG. Now, let's see, we did not see Moriko in 5 seconds, so... Literally the second and the third click were both Moriko, so I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. So what do we want to do? Like, right off the bat? I mean, give me that drip, okay? Give me that drip. Toshiaki fit check in the comments. Forgotten Flood. Frightening Flood, huh? Forgotten Flood? What the hell is wrong with me? Morbid Mermaids, Bulletin, School Scissors. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. This is a book. This counts as a book, I hope. I guess we just go Bulletin, right? Because what we want to do is we want to get funny bookstrap. Because, you know, faster combat actions for each book. This might be a trinket, but it's also a book. Are books trinkets? I feel like we're asking some, crazy, like, hyper-specific, you get into online arguments about this sort of thing. Doomed School, by the way. Doomed School, by the way. The, education system in Shiikawa is not having a good time right now. Corpse dust, enthrallment. I mean, we do have to be a little bit careful here because, you know, we do have Knight Errant, so shit's a little bit sketchy, but we'll go up to like, I don't know, like 26%, 27%. I would like to get another book. Starting with a book, though, is really nice. I'd just like to get another one. Yeah, books are trinkets, huh? Who would have thought? Not me. Now, we need to be a little bit careful, just explicitly, because, I mean, I guess we did get, -2 knowledge, and we're using a knowledge weapon. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I'm not even gonna entertain Absorb. No, I'm not gonna entertain Absorb. It's not that good. I forgot which ones these were. -2 reason for life experience, so that the other one's stamina then. Sucks to lose the money. Also, let me just say, like, this is a terrible spread of, doomed and threatening locations for Bulletin. Like, this is, like, the kill shot, honestly. Now, Bulletin is always going to be done ending A style, so we're going to take a little bit of, yikes. We're not going to die, because we have 2 spells that we can forget, but it's a little bit sketchy. Let's make sure that the forest note was actually in our inventory for, like, 1 second, and then we'll put it back. I don't know what the... And you gotta move the police station to the hospital. You're a little bit worried about the Doom, but you're playing Toshiaki, so you can kind of forget about it for the most part. Now, safe downtown is good, generally. I think the safe downtown's great. We somehow made a strength check, which is very funny, but... I don't know, forest and school being doomed right off the bat is, like, pretty bad. Toshiaki and his trusty dog. You do love to see it. We're just racking up the curses. We get 2 more, and we're feeling pretty good about, I don't know, is that the Ayaka unlock, getting 5 curses? This could be a lot better. Unfortunate. But, I mean, it's not that bad. We can beat up a cult delinquent, hopefully. Forget I said anything. Second, enemies, whoever's next, by the way. That was our first fight. And, based on how that fight went, I'm pretty concerned. I'm pretty concerned. You know what? I'm not pretty concerned. I'm very, very, very frightened for my future. I am incredibly frightened for my future. We didn't get Recluse, did we? Because I kind of want Recluse to get rid of the -2 knowledge thing. We did not get Recluse. I think our accuracy sucks, so let's not do that. School Scissors has a lot of potential fighting. I think it's gotta be mermaids. As much as, you know, we're not gonna get ending A here, so I'm a little bit hesitant to take Peace of Mind. But also, like, I guess we'll just take Fondest Memory, that's fine. It's really not fine, but, like, it's whatever. We shouldn't have to go to the hospital until Akamanto. So, if we do School Scissors after this, we definitely want to leave the thing on red there. We want to leave the school at the police station, or the police station on the school. I mean, we're not gonna get either of these things. I forget which one's the injury, but I don't mind Hail Marying for one, because, like, the knowledge is really good, chat. But I'll probably look for which one's an injury real quick. I don't even have to check the event's name, because I already know it's the Bleeding Desert. Oh, the knowledge one is the injury thing. Excellent. That's exactly, perfect, everything that we could have wanted is, right then and there. Now, badly bleeding, we do need to get that addressed immediately, so we're taking a bit of doom, so it's not, like, the best, but I think it's alright. Go ahead and take the painkillers, just because we're trying to stay ahead of our health right now. We do want to go into, if possible, funny, I mean, we die if we click on this. So I guess we'll just get rid of third eye. I mean, we have the cure, right? But you don't want to cast the cure if you can help it. If we end up going to flood... Oh, shit, we want to go to flood, don't we? But in that case, we still leave it on the school, because the forest is optional, the school is mandatory. So yeah, we're gonna go to flood next for sure. We've got, like, nothing, like, EXP-wise, this mystery. So second enemy magician glitched, is that real? Like, do I say that out loud and, like, try to internalize that as, like, what's actually happening? Like, is that actually real, chat? Like, are we being for real right now? I'm gonna be real with you. Give me a book. It's not a book. I'll go up to, like, 52. I'll go up to 52. Damn, okay. I mean, listen, you gotta roll with it. If you can try to get a book, you gotta try, okay? You absolutely have to attempt to get a book if you can. So, you know, I'm not really looking forward to this. Like, there's no way we can kill him, right? Like, we would have to use the cure, and then that's saving us, like... We cure once, that's Knight Errant. That's more than Knight Errant, actually. So we'd have to be able to kill him in 2 turns, which theoretically, we could probably do that, unless we got super unlucky. As long as we don't get owned, right? Like, this is dumb, but, like, we're technically going down... Like, if we run here, we go down 4 doom. If we kill in 2 turns, we go down 2. Or, sorry, we go down 3 doom. Or I should say we're positive 3 doom? Negative 3 doom? Whatever is the beneficial version for me. I don't know how you would, like, you know, actually go out there and actually put it down like that. But we don't have any EXP, right? Like, I'm kind of weighing, like, does the extra doom and the risk matter? And also, like... the burn, too, that's another thing that I'm considering, because we want to go into School Scissors or Flood, and I think I prefer Flood, so I'm gonna be real with you, chat. I think that you Desperation, and then how many boosts can we get in here? We can get 1 boost. We might be able to get 2 boosts if the game is feeling cheeky. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna use the Cure, which is not what I want to do, but we're gonna use the Cure. Gonna send you. Now, you're taking bonus, so keep that in mind. But I'm a little bit concerned about this. We can cauterize, I guess, but you're raising your axe, so, like, you're gonna do, like, 7 damage anyways, so we have to block. And then just do that, and then we can kill you next turn. It's not the best. You bash Mad Janitor for 5 damage, so keep that in your back pocket. This should work. Okay, you saw the movement that we were doing over there. And how do we kill Homie in 1 turn? Because I don't really want to... I mean, it's a little sketchy, but I think you gotta go Flood. And the thing is, we're not getting Ending A on Flood. I'm sorry. You're not getting Ending A on Flood. It's not happening. Now, we can Desperation, that is true. And you can feel pretty good about this, I guess, because this is theoretically 20 damage. And by theoretically, I mean it is. So, just pray. We have to survive one school investigation. Pick a god and pray. Honestly, I mean... It's a little bit sketchier, because it's an 85-85, but we don't die if she hits us. Okay, now... That's not the one that you want to miss. Are you really gonna make me throw the fire axe? You're gonna make me cauterize. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make me cauterize. And then you're gonna make me do a 95-95? 95-85? That's a book! Oh, I'm so dumb. That's a book. But I don't have my stupid storage. Okay, well, we're gonna rest at the inn. And who's at the school? The linguist? I mean, I'll take a little free +1 damage. Why not? That'll help out. Pick up that book. Pick up that book. Pick up that book. Should have thrown the fire axe when we had a chance. I wasn't even thinking that she drops the occult diary. I wasn't even thinking about that at all. It's like a brilliant idea, though. And we're just gonna full heal here. By the way, if you want to know how far ahead I'm thinking about these runs... I didn't want to take... So we had an opportunity to get a demon mask, right? +1 damage. But we also have an opportunity to heal for full, so why would I want to be at, like, 8 right now, you know? Because it's -4 max stamina, isn't it? Okay, we're feeling pretty good about this. Maybe we're feeling pretty good about this. Actually, I didn't check to see how, whatchamacallit, how our new brace is. Because if we only take 2 damage, like, I'm pretty cool with taking just 2 damage, you know what I mean? We only took, and by the way, we only take 1 damage there to begin with, because you only get hit by 1 of them at the start, and I'm pretty sure it's, the actual fertility idol is the... I don't know why, but for some reason you only get hit by 1 of them on the first turn. There's some very weird things with this fight, okay? This fight doesn't function properly. There's a way to kill this thing and get EXP for winning the fight before you leave the fight because of how the game is programmed. I don't really know why. There was an episode about it a while back where we had a funny experience where we got the EXP that this fight gives you before the fight was over. And then there's like some weird shit that you can do with like a, whatchamacallit. There's some weird shit that you can do in this fight. Don't get it twisted, alright? It'd be kind of cool if we could like go even further beyond. It'd be kind of funny. So this is, I think just a guaranteed dub right here. Feels pretty good. Now, we haven't won as Toshiaki yet, and I think this is the first time we've had Knight Errant as well, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. But, you know, you see these perks right off the bat, and you're like, yeah, it's not very good. I guess we Sheeb Surge, and then we put a point into knowledge. Because you know, for the most part, if you're about to get Frostbite. Now, obviously, if you get a random injury, then you probably just emergency Sheeb Surge in case, but... no way to permanently prevent death in that regard. Take the EXP. Put the EXP in the bag, bro. Now, actually, one of the things that we can do, which is kind of cool, is we can use this occult diary because we have another book, which is also happens to be an occult diary, so I think that's kind of cool. And honestly, I think the inspiring novel, like, you could make the argument, like, inspiring novel for +2 damage for a mystery. But, like, why? Like, if we get another book in School Scissors, like, yeah, we can use the inspiring novel against Akamanto or something, but, like, I don't think we need it. I think just having it as a book, like, I think it has a better effect than the Occult Diary, but actually does it when your combat's so good that you're gonna win every fight anyways? Like, does that actually really matter? I actually don't know. Anyways, we need to memorize whatever the hell is in the friend's diary real quick. Clap, clap. Easiest memorization of my life, thank you. My speed run. We're just chilling. This is a nice, relaxing Toshiaki run on the Jaguar color palette, by the way, which is a color palette that I really like. Now, obviously, we're using a reshade, so it's pink and yellow instead of whatchamacallit. But you ever wanted to know the secret? All I do is I'll mess around with the reshade until I get one color palette that I like, and then I'll click, like, the far left arrow to take us back to standard, and then every run, my boy, showing up to say hello, so that I can slam the door in thou face. Thank you so much, but the ultimate good luck charm. But I just, like, hit the far left palette button, go back to standard, and then just right-click until we cycle through all of the color palettes. I've been doing that for probably, like, the past, I don't know, 400, 500 episodes. I started doing it near the end of the early access series, so... Which, by the way, we almost have like a year's worth of 1.0 videos. That's actually kind of insane. And I don't think that's counting live streams, but I could be wrong. Well, actually, no, of course it's not counting live streams, because live streams are titled live streams, and then the episode number is titled the episode number, not counting the live stream, so... It is what it is. And it's pretty cool. That is what it is. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. And normally when people say it is what it is, it's like a negative connotation, but I mean, it's like, nah, this is pretty sick. I don't think I can complain. Yo, we can absolutely get away with this. I don't know why, but you just kind of get a hang of it eventually. Like, WoD just does some weird shit, and you're like, yeah, makes sense. I still think that, how this game worked out, and how it kind of went out with, like, being it was a compiling thing, right? It's been so long, but like how this game was initially like, I shouldn't have taken the minus sanity, by the way, that was really dumb of me. How this kind of shook out, and how the game was like rewritten to be like impossible, or like not impossible, but like too difficult to bother with for an enthusiast WoW modder, to where it's like, yeah, just, well, you know. How it ended up shaking out, I think it's a shame. I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit of a shame. I'll be honest with you. I think that the amount of potential this game has for modding is like insane, and so the fact that we don't have that, and I mean, listen, I shouldn't say we don't have that, because again, WoW gets an update like every like once a year, sometimes longer than a year. And then maybe when the update comes around, Panastash will be like, alright, here you go. The modding floodgates are open again, but I don't know. It's just a shame how it all shook out, because like there were people in this community who really wanted to go to town with modding, and they were just not allowed to do so. And then it became like a taboo thing to talk about in the community. Clap, clap, clap. Clap. All claps? Damn. And the thing is, it's like, I remember that people were treating it as like a really big deal, because people were telling me about it, dude. They were telling me about it, right? Like, they were saying like, oh, Web, don't talk about modding in your videos, because it's like taboo. And people are like, oh, people aren't gonna like you in the WoW community if you do this or that. Kind of a crazy thing, you know, because it's just like it's just a fun indie game, you know. It's not that like, it's not that serious. But I guess if you eat, sleep, and breathe Shiikawa, if you eat, sleep, and breathe WoW, I think that maybe you can get in your head a little bit about it and take it a little bit more seriously. And I mean, also, you know, you have to deal with like trolls and stuff. So you have to deal with like trolls and people trying to harass you, and so you can get like a little like agitated, putting it lightly, to the point where it's like, oh, it's Akamanto time, yippee. To the point where it's like somebody can make like a fair statement, but you're so used to being in the weeds, like fighting for your freaking life, that it can sound like pretty bad, you know? You can take it the wrong way. And, you know, it's the internet, people like to pick fights. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not joining the the war on World of Horror on the side of the people trying to kill World of Horror, you know. But I don't know. It was really weird. Like I'm vaguely remembering it right now that there was some like drama going on behind the scenes, and there was I don't know if this is ever real. There's got to be a statute of limitations on this stuff, you know. Like obviously I'm not gonna talk about it when it's like actively happening to my knowledge, but I don't know if it's still actively happening, because I mean it would be like Japanese soldier fighting World War II like 50 years after it's over, you know. But I remember like people were telling me like, oh yeah, when people in your community and your Discord server start talking about World of Horror in ways that we don't like, you know, that gets like fed back to the main World of Horror server, and I'm like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? That's so weird. And there was like some cross server communication going on, and people were telling me about it, and I was like, listen, I don't really want to be a part of this. It was weird, dude. I think I've always had a pretty like level-headed stance about the state of WoW, and a lot of people, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people because this is World of Horror we're talking about, so like, you can quote me on the Steam charts here, but if I type Steam charts WoW right now, which I'm doing right now, it'll probably be like 20 people that we're talking about here, right? Yeah, current players 29, average 28, 30 day. It holds remarkably steady, alright? There's 30 of us. There's 20 to 30 of us at any given time, alright? Everybody knows this, everybody's saying this, right? So I'm not gonna say, like, you know, it's been this way for a long time, you know? It gets kicks when the game goes on sale. It goes up during Halloween, that sort of thing. But, you know, there were, back in the day, you know, it was like, oh, some people would leave the main WoW server to shit-talk World of Horror or say things that they couldn't say in the main WoW server on my server. And, you know, people were pretty salty back in the day. It was a thing, you know? There was discourse. And it's like, if anybody, I wonder if anybody's still fighting that war in, like, different Discord servers. Because it's like, for me, I was always like, hey, you know, it's a passion project by a solo dev. I don't think it's a scam. I think the game is what it is, and sometimes I'm upset about the state of things, and I wish the modding tools were here. But that's just sort of like always the approach that I've taken about it, you know? But I remember somebody DM'd me. I don't remember who it was, by the way, so I couldn't rat you out even if I wanted to. But somebody DM'd me and they were like, yo, dude, you've got some, like, you've got like a mole, you've got like a plant in your Discord server, and they report back to the main server. And it's like, I don't even know if that's true. I don't even know if that's real. I don't think it is. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's like, who would care what goes? Who on the main WoW server, who actually like, who actually is in like a heavy quotation marks here, because it really doesn't matter at all. But like, who in a position of power in the main WoW server would care about what somebody who's salty about the state of WoW says on another Discord server, and also my Discord server? Like, back in the day, this is when the WoW, this is like, back in the early access series of WoW, this is like when the game was a niche early access indie game, and this was way after the community got like an uptick of like people from the, it was Vine Sauce, right? What was the, who was the YouTuber who played World of Horror, and then they got like this massive mod pack that was like a bunch of inside jokes, and was like 200 events or whatever, like 200 events, 200 enemies, something like that, or like 200 things in total, like a mix. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was, I mean, I can just check, you know, nobody will stop me. I'm rambling about, like, ancient shit. I don't think you heard the YouTube thing play, but like World of Horror. Yeah, it was Vine Sauce, right? Yeah, Vine Sauce, the full sauce. And then there is a... Yeah, the Halloween 2024, where with the custom mod pack. I remember it now. Oh man, this is making me nostalgic. I'm remembering like a bunch of WoD discourse. We can change it from something that was like, you know, back alley Discord talk. And also, just for the record, in case there is a Japanese soldier still fighting World War II after 50 years, I never really engaged with this stuff. I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Just as long as you... I do remember, though, now that I'm thinking about it, there was somebody who DM'd me like, yeah, I know it's not against the rules in your server, but it's against the rules in the main server, and I'll get punished in the main server based on what I say in your server. I don't know if that was real, but I don't know. I think that was pretty wacky. That was like maybe the only part that I believed, because I'm pretty sure they were getting in trouble on the main server. But what was I gonna say? It's like we're fine here, right? Yeah, we're alright, we're alright. Don't worry too much about it. We got the cure. We got the cure at 68 Doom, it's alright. Don't worry about it too much. But this is making me nostalgic, because it's making me think about all the old history, right? I remember there was this one thing that happened a while ago, because I remember about it because it was like the last time I talked about Vine Sauce, this came up. But or at least it was, or maybe I brought Vine Sauce up because of this. But somebody said that with the amount of content and like dedication and stuff, like the amount of videos that I made about WoW, the amount of content that I made about WoW, the amount of like time I've spent playing the game, and the amount of publicity I've given to the game, that I deserve some sort of official recognition by Panstash. And I remember responding to that. By basically saying like, hey, listen, you know, I don't make these videos with any expectation. It's a hobby. I do it for fun. But also, and then that's when I brought out that's why I brought up the Vinny thing. That's why talking about Vinny just like 5 minutes ago reminded me of it. But the Vines, it is Vinny, right? It is Vine Sauce, the full sauce. Is that Vinny or is that Joel? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm a casual. But basically I would bring it up like, hey, you know, like everything that I've done on World of Horror, like all, I mean, we're probably getting close to like 1,600 videos, right? If you count the live streams too, which, I mean, the live streams aren't that many of them, of course, but they're probably like 10 or 20, I would imagine. But like, you know, 1,600 WoW related things, like videos, all of that, every single one of those videos gets instantly outclassed and outdone by like a single Vine Sauce, the full sauce live stream. Right? And that's just how it goes, you know? A YouTuber with a much larger following plays your game like 14 times. One of those episodes is more impactful than for the community and for the game than, you know, somebody like consistently. And I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just stating like objective reality, right? Like that's just, I'm just stating how it, like, I'm just stating the realness, you know? I'm just being real with you, chat. I'm just being real. I'm using slang chat. I'm just using slang chat, don't worry about it. That calculator video lives in my head rent-free. It's a calc chat. Calc is short for calculator. I'm just using slang chat. But, yeah, no, it's like, I don't have any expectation for these videos outside of I have fun making them. And that's like, you know, the entire purpose of everything that I've ever done on YouTube is I have fun. Not enough room, by the way. It's fine. It's okay. Fathoth Flash is exactly what you want. And I guess we're just gonna take healing here, because we're gonna need it, inevitably. Because I don't know if you've seen our stats, but they're really bad. Do we have anything that actually helps us? I mean, the Crestfallen Mask would let us, like, rest a bunch of times, but... I don't know, do we have a fight? If we have a fight, I can't, I cannot don the mask. We do have a fight. Actually, I need to don the mask anyways. I'm gonna use the Occult Diary, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna grab the mask just real quick. Because I know it's gonna negatively impact us here, but that's alright. Look at all this shit, dude. We've got all this nonsense that we could never use because we're playing Toshiaki and 4 of our 4 inventory slots have to be taken up by books 24/7. Well, I mean, Toshiaki always has a smaller inventory because he has the Necronomicon, but you know what I mean. We have to... Our 3 inventory slots, 3 out of 3 need to be books. Except maybe in this hyper-specific situation where it's like, okay. So we're taking -3, -3, -2, -6, -2, and -6, -5. Do we have Innsmouth? We do not. So we can just rest a bunch and then put on the mask if we need to. Just do that. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We got a Crestfallen Mask to fall back on if that's what we need. Oh, let's look who it is, huh? We're just gonna do... I mean, we could do 5 damage. It's true. We could do 5 damage, and... I don't think that would kill, though, so... Let's just go ahead and do something like this. But, yeah, I think that, overall, the WoW community has had, I don't know, I can't imagine it would be easy to be like a, you know, like a community manager for World of Horror. First of all, the Steam community forums are just completely unredeemable. Like, the Steam community forums are, like, actually abysmal dog shit. Like a radioactive containment zone. Oh, I have a light source, actually. I mean, we can just kill you, that's fine. I don't need to throw it. Like, unironically, like, the Steam community discussions are literally just, like, they're there as a containment zone, and you just never read them. Like that would be, like, you would be, literally, you are in World of Horror, and you have 2 options. Do nothing. No effect. Read the Steam community discussions page. -5 reason. And that's not even considering the dangerous penalty, okay? That's not even considering the threat penalty, alright? I don't know. The second mystery we did was, like... mermaids. Yeah. So you just gotta ignore that. Like, right off the bat, you can't do anything about that. Like, that's just, like... radioactive toxic waste, you can't... You go over there, you're just hurting yourself. You're just, like, being radioactively poisoned, and then you're gonna keel over and die if you go to the Steam community. I don't have anything to do with WoW's development, and I go there, and it makes me want to die. For, like, any game, but, like, especially WoW, really bad Steam community page. The discussion, specifically. Like, the memes are great, you know? The memes, the artwork are fine. And then the Discord, you know, eventually I would like to hope, like, I'll admit, I don't actively avoid the main Discord server, but, I don't know. It's just not my place to hang out on the internet, you know? My place to hang out on the internet is in, like, Final Fantasy XIV Discord servers, and that's about it, you know? But... the main Discord server, I get it, you have to have, like, some sort of containment channel in there, but Eldritch Swamp, I took a look, I peered into the Necronomicon a couple of times, and kinda absolutely wacky and or insane, and it's like, personally, you know, if people posted some of the stuff like that on my Discord server, I would probably ban them. But I mean, hey, that's the purpose of the form. The purpose of the Eldritch Swamp is to be a containment zone for Eldritch Swamp posting. But I don't know. It's I wouldn't want to be in a managerial position or in a position of authority or power in anything official related to World of Horror. Because I mean, you're basically managing the community who are expecting a polished product that has the conveniences of a like the conveniences that they would expect of a video game. And this is a solo passion project that took the form of a video game because the original forms of being a card game didn't work out, right? Or a board game didn't work out, right? So, and it just kind of naturally evolved into a video game. You know what I mean? And so, you've kind of got, like, you have to... People have the expectations and the entitlements, which I'm not saying they shouldn't, okay? I'm gonna be enlightened centrist, both sides sitting on the fence here, okay? Because it's it's a video game, so it's not really that... It's not really in the grand scheme of things, like, super, ride or die, super important. But, you have sort of, like, the balance of... the reality is that WoW is an eccentric passion project that is stapled together and then, has PVA glue filling in the cracks and some duct tape bridging some parts of it together, And then it's like, you're just it's barely holding together, but it's an eccentric passion project, and it works out pretty well because it's interesting. It's fundamentally interesting. I think it's a fascinating game. And it has so many bizarre mechanics that just keep me coming back for more, But then you have, like, it has a pretty... I mean, I like Yizbird Games. I don't know how big Yizbird Games is, so I'm not gonna say, like, huge professional publisher, but, like, you have an indie game publisher who publishes a lot of high-quality stuff, and you have the expectations of being a video game in 2020, in current year, and you have the expectations of being a product, which, I think that, like, obviously, bros gotta eat, bros gotta make money. I think that's fair, and if you want to sell your passion project, I think that's fair. I just think that, I don't know, expectations could have been managed a lot better, because when you say stuff like, oh yeah, paid DLC, and then you talk about that, is like, we might get a paid DLC someday, but normally when you talk about something, people expect it in the immediate. And listen, I always try to be fair to Panstash because I feel like I am the Panstash of YouTube videos. Because all I do is World of Horror and now the Bazaar, and it's like the things that I should be doing, I'm not doing. But someday soon, trust. Oh god. But anyways, I like WoW. I think World of Horror is good. That's my controversial opinion, as I enjoy World of Horror. Although, sometimes a bug not being fixed for 8 months does piss me off just a little bit. But I don't know. It's a passion project. I never think the game's abandoned. It's a passion project. It will just be stapled on... It'll have new things stapled onto it eventually. When the stars align and the Eldritch deities awaken. Because that's the whole point, right? Is the game is an Eldritch deity is waking up and you gotta stop it. So, you gotta wait for that to happen in real life. Which, according to the, the stars and the stability of the world right now and how fast America is speedrunning becoming the world's first fourth world country, we'll see. We'll see how probably a good future for WoW with how bad things are. So if an Eldritch deity would be waking up in real life, I could definitely see that happening soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.